today I'm going to talk to you about 3 things you can start doing today online. Okay guys, so 3 things that you can start doing for your business today, for your small, medium business, it doesn't really matter. Number 1, got to start blogging and vlogging. You just have to do it. The way in which we are evolving and moving forward for search engine optimization in particular, which is my specialty, the fact that content's always been so important ever since I started back in like 2007. The point is now it's gone 3 times, 4, 5 times more important now to produce content than what it was like in 2007. So when you start blogging and vlogging, your content has to be regular, has to be consistent, and it should focus on what people ask on Google, and obviously content that you believe is valuable for your audience. And one of my favorite jobs is doing for clients is figuring out what content's going to work the best for each specific business. And how we decide what is best is based on the fact that what's going to either get engaged with, like clicks, likes, shares, they're going to get links to the website. And so it's really important that you start developing content today. The amount of websites that we constantly see in small business in particular, and obviously a lot of their problems is time, is to know exactly where to start. Well, content is where you should start. Does your website have a blog? If it does, great, start blogging. If it doesn't, get a blog. And if you've got any questions, come talk to us. We'll be more than happy to chat with you. YouTube, vlogging, best platform. You can use Vimeo and incorporate videos into your articles, but I would recommend YouTube. And so when you create a topic, such if you're a cleaner, how do you clean granite bench tops? If you're a mechanic, what's the best way to service my car at home? Things like that. And I've did a video, number 19, I believe, that talks specifically about finding what people search for, that people also ask. Fantastic place to start. But you need to start blogging and vlogging. It's 2018. You need it for SEO. You need it for content marketing. You need it for social media. You need it to build trust with the audience. Now, when we talk about blogging and vlogging and producing content, it isn't just so you can get found. Obviously, that's very important. Visibility, people see you. Impressions, like people can actually physically see what you're saying, whether it's written, whether it's written, audio, video, however you're distributing the content. But blogging generally is very important for SEO, and it's not just only important to get found. You want to show off who you are as a business, showing off and explaining exactly how your business differentiates itself against the marketplace. And so what can you possibly show, and this is another way of thinking about it, what can you possibly show that allows your target market to go, wow, XYZ does it differently. You know, I thought this is the best way to block out my drain, to unblock a drain. Wow, XYZ Plumbing showed me this is a better way of doing it. And guess who that customer is going to call when they have another plumbing problem? XYZ Plumbing. So producing content was important in 2007, and one of the things that we find funny now is, like, when I talk about this now so widely spread online, people are like, are you only saying that because you hear it from other people? No, for SEO, the first thing that I used to debate back in 2008 was content is king. But it is only king when it is sort of ruled by the people. So you can produce great content, but if no one really sees it or searches for it or knows that it's there, it's a waste of time. However, you got to start and then work out what's the best ways to promote it. And that's where my digital consulting service comes in to help small businesses not just produce the content, but also know how to promote it and spread it out using social media and things like that. So blogging and vlogging is very important. So please start doing it. If you've got any specific questions about your business, leave a comment in the section below, and I'll love to chat with you further about that. Number 2, social media posts. Regular posting on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Now, and I've talked about, like, I've did videos just on social media, but you need to start utilizing it and taking advantage of all that it has to offer. When you post something through your blogging or vlogging, share it on social media, Twitter it, use the hashtags that are applicable to your business. Try to create engagement. If someone asks a question, make sure you answer that question. Posting regularly about social media, about your business, is so important. And I hear it all from other people, such as like documenting your day. I would recommend for small to medium businesses to use social media in the same way that, like, channels on TV like TVSN or, the Your Money, that channel that's coming out, I believe, on free to air. Using it to broadcast your messages that every day you do in your business, but showing people that if someone said to you, what, before I work with your business, I want to actually see how you operate. I just want to come with you for a day and see exactly what you do. How do you do things differently? How do you talk to your customers? Recording and showing off exactly what you do every day. And then when you post something online, post it. Don't overthink social media. Think of it as people are listening to you. What are you going to say? Right now, you're listening to this video. My only objective is that you get something out of it. So right now, theoretically, I'm talking to a iPad. I'm not talking to anybody. But I know eventually someone's going to actually see it. So the important thing is that you share something of value, even if right now no one may see it. They may not see it until later on. But you've got to start sharing what you're doing online, the pictures, the videos, and do not stress about how amazing does the video look, or you can get to that better, but you later on and you can get better at it. But start sharing what your business does. So for a small business, look, the great thing about a small business, you can get your message out there faster. You can change, shift, and adapt a lot quicker. It's when you're a big business, sometimes it's hard to do things and there's more regulations and rules and things like that. But if you're a small business, you have one thing, you've got the agility to move and change and shift in any direction you like. So make sure that you are constantly thinking of ways to put content out there to show that, here's your airwaves, here's your radio show. Like what do you want to start saying? And this is important because it's all about user behavior. And here's another thing that I find interesting. A lot of marketers today are talking about doing social media, blah, 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 blah. It's important. It is. Why? But why is it important? It's because it's how we connect, how we search for things. Why has Google been so dominant? Because people have used it. So when something has the attention, or when something has when Google's become the synonymous term for searching. You don't search for something on the internet anymore. I remember when I was a kid, we had one computer in the school. I'd be like, just search for something online, or go here and search for something, or, research around. No one says that anymore. I mean, not to me anyway. Like, I hear everything. Even my mom says, Google it, right? So it becomes what is the normal thing to do when you want to find something, when you want to search for something. So how are these social media platforms? So right now, Facebook is becoming synonymous with connecting, with communication. So think of social media in general, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even LinkedIn if you're a B2B in particular. Social media is what? Synonymous with communication. So make sure you use it for that purpose. It's like you've got an opportunity to have your very own TV channel about your business. What are you saying? And you think people aren't watching videos like how to clean a block drain, or how to, mow the grass in the most effective way possible? Or how do I, secure my house so I'm less likely to be broken into? Like, go and watch episode number 19 and you'll see exactly me like pouring like all these great ideas out for you to do in more detail. Number 3, you've done the first 2 and you've been doing it for a while. You have to engage with your audience. The only people that I won't comment to or reply to is 1, they're just being ridiculously rude, or 2, I didn't see it. But if they're being negative or saying, we don't like your video, I'm still going to comment. Or like, you got to remember, you got to take the emotion part out of it. If they're saying something positive, reply. If they're saying something negative, reply. If they're being ridiculously rude and just poking fun, I will still try to comment something because I want to get better at what I do. Someone's already commenting about, for example, my posture, so I've got to apparently work on that. I don't know how to do that. So, there's a future Google video if you're watching this and you work with body language or whatever. What's the best way to have your body positioned for a video? But not every comment, even if it's negative, is out to put you down. So you just got to remove the emotion out of it and not get too overly emotional, carried away when something is really good comment. When it's a very positive comment, don't try to get too carried over of either end. Just read the comment, try to take something out of it. And if people are telling you the same thing over and over, then you may need to look at it. Remember, no one's perfect at everything. So it's okay, but make sure you engage with the audience. Don't have like this, I'm going to call her out, I'm sorry. But my sister-in-law, she deletes the people that just write negative. And a lot of the time it is hurtful comments. I get it, I know how she feels. But you got to remove that out. If you delete everybody, like think about it, like what are you going to do when someone gives you a negative comment in real life? Like try to be, especially when you're representing a business, especially when it's yours, try to be the bigger person. Don't get too overly emotional about it. Engage. One classic example was someone said something to me and I actually thought they were actually mocking me, right? And I just replied, and actually they weren't. They were actually trying to help me. It didn't seem that way with what they wrote. But in fact, actually encouraged me to talk to XYZ about improving this particular area of the video. So you may think at the first that someone's taken the mickey out of you, but they're really not. But even if they are, deal with it. And the cost of doing business, you have to do this form of marketing. You have to, like in the comments, if you write a blog article, someone writes a comment, this is crap, blah, blah, blah. Like, fine. If it's a constructive / negative comment, just leave it there. Comment, reply to it. No one expects everybody to be right all the time. Okay? So don't get too emotional about it. But please engage with your audience, whether it's through your website, through social media, any way possible. If someone's taken the time to write something to you, other than being like ridiculously rude in a very obscene, hateful, discriminatory, racist or whatever, then sure, that might need to be reported. But most of the time, that's not going to be the case. And so everyone, even if it's negative, and if you comment back, sometimes you can turn them around as well, even if it is something really negative and bad. It really depends on who you are, but on what you feel is right. But for me, I like to I don't mind confrontation. In fact, it sort of makes my day more interesting. So I like it. I like the confrontation. The positive comments, what would usually happen is when I would get a lot of positive feedback, it would sort of get me a little bit up in the clouds and I'll still keep doing what I'm doing, but it's making me a little bit, not wanting to improve. The negative comments make me want to improve. I love the negative comments. I love replying to them. But yes, so please engage with your audience because it's really important. So just recapping, number 1, blogging and vlogging. Make sure you're producing content of text and video and combine it into one article. And helpful how-to content, your best place to start. Please see episode number 19 of the SEO Ask It Show. Social media posting, using it it's a communication airway. Get your message out there. Talk about your day. Document your day. Take photos with clients. Take pictures of jobs before and after. Using it as a tool to communicate. Social media, Google synonymous with search. Social media synonymous with communication. It's a communication platform. You've got an opportunity to speak. With Twitter, it's got an opportunity to even to reply to a lot of directly to other businesses and things like that. It's a really great conversational platform. And that moves me on to number 3, engage with the audience. For good, for worse, engage. And when you're doing a lot of blogging and vlogging and you're producing a lot of social media content, expect that you're going to get questions and comments, whether positive, negative, or whatever. You're going to get them. Engage. Thanks, guys. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment below. And if anything is unclear or you want something specific for your business, please let us know. And we look forward to speaking with you